back for another session in the sketchbook. I can't tell you how helpful this has been for me. It's really fun to fill up my sketchbook, even with random ephemera that maybe didn't make it into a collage. Remember the legs I was talking about from last week? I just put them here. This is just a fun front page, well, back of the front cover. But what I will share is being able to experiment. This is actually a piece that I was using not so much to create its individual collage, but to help me work through some problems I'm having with my current big project. And that's also what I wanted to share about working a big project sometimes can lead for me to a level of burnout on that project, no matter how much passion I may feel for it, especially if it's something that's going to take a minute to complete. It's really great that I have this little collage sketchbook to work with. It just gives my brain a rest and allows me to play a little bit. I think it's really important that we have many small projects that we're working on, especially when we are dealing with something quite big. And I'll share more about that another time. In the meantime, In today's video, I am playing with scraps that I located when I was working on the larger project. They weren't going to fit for the larger project, but I thought, well, they fit pretty well in this one. I'm looking at color palette here. I see a lovely lilac purpley pink thing going on. She is my focal point. And I don't want her holding these purses, I decided. In fact, one of the reasons I was drawn to this image is because she is holding something. Like, I'm going to give her new things to hold. So I was thinking this watch. I was thinking these waffles, banana bread waffles. See, that's the problem too when you're a collage artist. You see things and you're like, oh, I want to try that. Oh, I want to read this article. And then you can't cut it up. Well, you can do anything you want nowadays because you scan it. And I loved this. This is just, it's from a design magazine. That's why I love the design magazine so much, because all I'm going to do is cut this out. And if I want to, I can save this frame. And if I want to, this beautiful dark maroon background, I can just cut up pieces of it and maybe scatter it throughout the collage also. That is what I'm starting to look at. I don't want the text, so I'm just going to go ahead. Yeah, you know what, the frame, I'm lazy right now. I don't feel like doing the fussy cut for the frame. I'm just going to cut out the text for now because I want the rest of it. So that's what I'll do is I'll just cut out the text because I want this background and I want this focal point. So I'm going to cut out that focal point. My idea for this is for it to act as something like a halo for our focal point, maybe a background. I'm fairly certain I will be using it that way. And the way that this has been composed will allow me to put it really anywhere on the paper. And this is what I adore about collage. This has now become something, it wasn't really meant to be in the magazine. I can put it up in the corner here. I can, again, put it behind my model, my focal point. I'm going to hang on to this purple for a little while. Because then if I have a lot of these scraps, they may not mean anything after a while, and they'll sometimes end up in the recycle bin. I'll put it off to the side in case I need something more to go to add to the collage as I'm working. I also liked this. This was a vintage ad from Yamaha. I just liked the way these frames were. I might add it maybe to the bottom, because I'm working with a very small picture plane. That's another reason I like the sketchbook so much right now. My project is larger, bigger than what I normally work with. Working with a smaller picture plane allows me to first of all, finish faster, have something that I am relatively proud of, and I can look at my project with fresh eyes. Anyway, nothing's going to get done if I keep talking, so let's get working.